What up, y'all? That probably doesn't fit in with this video. We're talking about South Beach, right? This is Magic Mike and the Swag, and we're talking about the Miami Heat, right? We're going all-time starting 5 for the Miami Heat. So we're continuing our series. We're taking every NBA team, and we're taking the best player at every position and creating a super team, right? A mega team. Miami did this once with 3 players, right? They had a big 3, but we're having a big 5 plus 1 because we got to have a 6th man just to round out the roster. So anyway, this is your Miami Heat all-time squad. All right. So we're starting off with our top point guard to ever play for this franchise. Gotta go Tim Hardaway, right?
Hands down.
Yeah, absolutely. Just Mr. Crossover. Dude was lightning quick. Really, when Miami was a new team, right? It's always hard to start out a franchise, right? To really set your identity and create something where people take you serious. And Tim Hardaway helped this team do that. Really just add some excitement. He was tough and helped them, take them to the playoffs and had some pretty good little playoff runs and moments. So Tim Hardaway, collectively, he's our starting point guard.
Absolutely.
All right. Moving on to our 2 guard.
This is arguably the easiest player to put on this list. We got to go D Wade.
Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, absolutely unbelievable. Doesn't get enough shine. Dude was absolutely incredible. It's funny because Miami's kind of had their different kind of seasons, if you will. When he first started off with them, really excited. His rookie year, he was run point guard. They had Eddie Jones. They had Lamar Odom. They had who else? They had an interesting squad. Caron Butler was their other guy. Really had this interesting squad of role players, and he just came out of nowhere and was just doing work. And so again, his rookie year was the same year as LeBron. LeBron didn't make playoffs his rookie year. Carmelo, same rookie class.
Bosh.
Yeah, Bosh. None of those guys did anything their rookie season. I mean, they did work. They definitely did work, but not in the playoffs. Dwayne Wade really just put the team on his back and had some crazy playoff moments to really establish his greatness, and that really led to it boosted everybody's value. And this Dwayne Wade was doing this, by the way. I mean, he was really, because he's run point guard, making plays. He was scoring, but he was also getting Lamar Odom going. He was also getting Caron Butler going. He was also getting Brian Grant going, and all these guys really got their trade value super high right around the time that Kobe and Shaq had their little fallout. And made that huge trade to bring Shaq over. Right? Which was enough to take them into kind of that next generation where they were able to start signing all these ring chasers to play for him, and ended up winning a championship. This was pre-LeBron. Beat out the Dallas Mavericks. And was there, had that 1-2 punch with Shaq. But Dwayne Wade was the guy in the finals who just put him on his back and took him to the promised land. So had that rookie sensational squad, transitioned into that squad with Shaq and Antoine Walker and Gary Payton, some of these other players, White Chocolate. Then obviously they had their big 3 movement, and then they're kind of, after they transitioned out of that big 3, brought him back, and he was doing work last year with him. So Dwayne Wade really just iconic for him. And throughout the different years and the teams that they formulated, fit right in and was able to really find a way to excel despite whatever the team looked like. So Dwayne Wade, you're our all-time 2 guard for the Miami Heat. Small forward, this one's pretty easy as well. LeBron James. As good as Dwayne Wade was, he was no LeBron James. And LeBron James really rounded out that big 3. Took him to 4 straight finals. Won 2 of them. Really just changed up the game for that franchise. They had the title before him, but now really solidified it as this place is a destination. The king, man. Where's Dwayne Wade? But we got LeBron somewhere on here.
He's over there in the corner. Back here. There you go.
Boom. Oh, that's Cleveland LeBron. We're not talking about that. But anyway, LeBron, you're a stud. All right. Moving on to our power forward.
Bosh.
Spoiler alert, you're going
Mhm.
Chris, I don't know his middle name, but Chris Bosh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go on. Tell us why. Okay.
So you're rounding out your big three.
Okay.
You got D-Wade, you got LeBron, you got Bosh. Bosh was just such a versatile player.
Mm-hmm.
You have, similar to a stretch four, fantastic player. Now, obviously, I believe he's still connected with Miami. Has some issues with blood clots, I believe.
Yeah.
He could honestly be higher on this list if he had been playing.
Right. I love Chris Bosh, and I think he was a stud in Toronto, and was a stud with Miami, and really sacrificed the most out of the big three, and really held it down. Played solid, but it's kind of similar to Kevin Love with Cleveland, right? It's like he was there, and he was a huge, valuable piece, but he was like the third option.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So I like to change things up a little bit. I put Alonzo Mourning.
Okay.
I know Alonzo Mourning's he's a true center, right? He can stretch the floor a little bit, especially earlier on in his career. But I've got Alonzo Mourning as my 4, only because I have Shaq as my 5. Again, Shaq helped them win a championship. Without Shaq, they weren't going to win that championship. And really, with Shaq and D-Wade winning that title, put them on the map and brought in the LeBron Jameses and the Chris Boshes. Yeah. And there was a time when Alonzo Mourning came back from his kidney. He had all these kidney issues. Came back nice and healthy. They brought him back on, and there was times where they were both on the court. Mostly they would sub in for each other, but there was a couple times where they would put Alonzo at 4. Alonzo Mourning, before Dwayne Wade, was the poster child for the Heat. Again, along with, we talked about Tim Hardaway earlier, really just took that team and made them interesting and just fun to watch, and they were just this really compelling squad, and then came back and won a championship with them. Just so iconic, got to throw him on the list. I put him as my 4, which segues into my 5, which is Shaquille O'Neal. Wasn't what he was in Orlando or LA, but still crazy dominant. Again, won the championship that year, but gave him some other good years. They were contenders for 3-4 years when he was there, and he was the Diesel. You gotta give love to the Diesel.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you thinking?
So I have Alonzo at my 5.
Okay.
And I'm going to segue this into our bench players.
Okay.
Now, I know you have a little bit different, a different bench player than I do. But I just have Ray Allen. I just think the shooting that you bring off the bench is fantastic.
Okay.
I see where you're coming at, putting Alonzo at the 4, Shaq at the 5.
Okay.
I just think that Bosh is going to be a little more versatile.
So you have Ray Allen. You have Ray Allen over Shaq.
Absolutely. Now, I think this also transcends what they did. Now, this is what makes this series so unique.
Okay.
Is we look at what they actually did for the franchise and who the best players were.
Right.
Now, in this case, talent-wise, absolutely Shaq's a better all-around player. You're going to start him pretty much on like every team.
Okay.
But I feel like what Ray Allen did for the franchise and what Ray Allen brings off the bench is so fabulous. He's such a good clutch time player. And I think with the squad they have right now, minus Wade, that's so important.
All right. So I'll give you. Ray Allen had one play that really stands out with the Heat, right? And that he hit that 3 that beat San Antonio, right? San Antonio had the game won. If San Antonio won, it was game 6. San Antonio was seconds away from winning the championship. Ray Allen hits that clutch 3, which is solid, and that thwarted off the Spurs for that game and kind of shut them down, where Miami came in and just whooped them the next game. Really got that championship for him, which was huge. Not going to take that away from him, but I can't put him in my as my 6th man. When you got Glenn Rice. Glenn Rice used to play for this team and used to torch people. He used to do what Ray Allen did in the clutch, night in and night out, as one of their franchise pieces. I mean, this dude was unbelievable. He went to the All-Star game, and I think he still has the record for most points in a quarter, with like 17 in an All-Star game. But dude was just unreal, and really one of the original great shooters, three-point shooters in the NBA. So I'm going Glenn Rice, coming off my bench, really stretching the floor. No disrespect to Chris Bosh, because I think he's great, and I think his sacrifice in stats to Miami really wasn't doing him very much justice, because he very much so was a good player, but Glenn Rice, my dude. So sorry, Chris Bosh. No disrespect. You're a stud. But Glenn Rice, you're my boy, Blue.
All
right, so there you have it. There's our Miami Heat. You got Magic Mike squad. You got the Swags squad. Comment below whose team would beat whose. And if you disagree, write your own team. If you have your own, picks, if someone is a Udonis Haslem fan or whoever, throw it in there and get the conversation going. We'd love to reach out to you and discuss discourse our picks a little bit. So anyway, tune in next episode, because it's going to be lit, and we're going to just continue the series on the all-time starting five for each NBA franchise. So until next time, see you then.